Good evening. Welcome to G.W. Graham's Principal Reception for the school year 2020 to 2021. Before we get to the students who we're going to recognize for their accomplishments, I'd like to introduce Little Cloud Roberts, giving us our traditional welcome.
Well, welcome. I'm Lil Cloud. My traditional name is Xwell Swathatol. I acknowledge that we are on the unceded territory of the Palat, Chwak, and the Smath tribes.
Thank you, Little Cloud. And now I'd like to introduce Mr. Monkman and a few members of his vocal class to sing a rendition of O Canada. Thank you for that beautiful rendition. The G.W. Graham's Principal Reception is recognizing the students who've been able to achieve A honors from their last school year. Speaking to our grade 9 class from last year is Mr. Croucher.
Good evening. John Lennon once sang that life is what happens to you while you're busy making other plans. That sums up well what we've been doing for the past almost 2 years. Planning on attending a concert again, planning on traveling again, planning on planning things again and knowing that they will probably go the way we planned them, planning on when things will return to normal again. When you arrived here as grade 9s last year, normal seemed a distant possibility. You'd had your previous school year interrupted, survived the purgatory of online school, and we're now facing something completely new, octets. So we lurched into that new reality. It was a struggle for some. In some ways, it felt impossible and strange. It was so new that everyone, especially you, had to just take a gulp of air and dive in. To our surprise, we mostly found that as long as we kept moving, that you could create inertia. You could build momentum and get through it. You simply needed to keep putting one foot in front of the other. Day after day, and suddenly you found yourself miraculously, unexpectedly, bravely doing it. But you are the students who didn't just endure. You excelled. You didn't just persevere, you crushed it. You showed up, and in a previously unthinkable situation, you found a way to push forward and accomplish amazing things. You found a measure of resiliency and determination that no one knew you had. You didn't just get through. You didn't just withstand the storm. You danced in the rain. Congratulations to this year's recipients of the Principal's Award.
Thank you, Mr. Croucher, for your words to our grade 9 class from last year. And now I'd like to introduce Mr. McGregor, who's going to speak to last year's grade 10s.
Hello, graduating class of 2023. It may seem a little early to call you that, but in just 19 months, you'll be crossing the stage to begin the next part of your life's journey. It seems so far away, but it'll arrive before you know it, and bring with it many joys and many bittersweet moments. It's been a difficult couple of years for you, getting to grade 11, but you're here now. The road has been difficult, and it doesn't show signs of getting easier. But times like these make for strong characters and good stories. And G.W. Graham's grade 11s are some of the strongest and most involved students I've ever had the privilege to meet. Granted, you probably wish that none of the events of the past 2 years had happened, that the burden you've all had to bear had been given to someone else. But so do all that live to see such times. All you can do is decide what to do with the time you've been given. So make good choices. You've been made stronger through this, tougher, more resilient. Years from now, you'll think on the moments you spent here and realize that despite these difficult times, that they are home to some of your fondest memories. So take time to enjoy your being here. Enjoy learning. Enjoy your friends, your clubs, your teachers, your school. I'm proud of all of you and the job you're doing and have done. Be proud of yourselves. Be proud of each other. Be proud, grad class of 2023.
Thank you, Mr. McGregor. And now I'm introducing Ms. Tammy Chernoff to the stage to address last year's grade 11 and this year's graduating class.
Good evening. I'd like to begin with introducing myself. My name is Mrs. Chernoff, and I've been a teacher for 30 years. I'm happy in my career and in my life. I'm happy with the choices that I've made. Our lives are shaped by the choices we make. You're here this evening at the principal's reception because of your choices, the quality of your decision making. You have chosen to embrace a mindset that values the opportunity to make the most of your education. You have all chosen to take your learning seriously, and you've all earned the honor to be here. You have chosen to do the work, and in life, hard work always pays off. We all want success and happiness in our lives, but as you move through your lives, your happiness and personal growth will come not only from your successes, but how you approach your life struggles. You're going to hear some people say that life is not easy or that life is not fair, and there is truth to the statement. But I want you to understand that life is worth the joy and the struggles that we all must face, and in life, we must deal with both. How you choose to approach and resolve life struggles will be influenced by the mindset you choose as you look for solutions. Life will always present us with challenges. In my own life, I've learned that regardless of life's challenges, I'm in control of the choices that I make and the mindset that I choose to have as I work through problems. I can let life's difficulties act as a barrier and prevent me from moving forward. Or I can choose to be positive, persist, and look for solutions to move past the situation. Throughout your lives, you'll be making many choices. Most choices will be unimportant, but some of the choices you make will be very important and will affect the path for your future. It can be overwhelming and scary to make life-changing choices. My advice to you is to make those important choices based on what you want for your life. Make sure you choose the pathway that makes you happy. Your happiness has to come from within you. You must be the mirror for your self-worth, personal fulfillment, confidence, and happiness. You may be unsure of what you want to do with your life, and my advice to you is to decide what you don't want to do with your life. Most of us know what we don't like or what we don't want, and once you've decided what you don't want, I want you to be open-minded to the other opportunities that will come your way. And remember, opportunities always come in disguise as hard work. You are always in control of your mindset, your way of thinking. There will be circumstances beyond your control that all of you will face in your lives. Your choice will be how you choose to respond. I personally believe that all problems have solutions. It may not be the solution we always want, but the solution is there. Your challenge in your lives will be to seek solutions to move yourself forward during difficult times. Choose your mindset. Look for the solution. If you truly look for it, you will find it. Take time for yourselves. Do the activities that you enjoy. Surround yourself with people who energize you and bring out your best qualities. Remember that kindness towards others is the highest form of wisdom. Leave people you interact with feeling good about themselves and happier for you being in their lives, even if it's only in passing. And remember that a smile always goes a long way. It's been a privilege to share some of my thoughts with you. Again, I congratulate you on your significant academic accomplishments. You have all put yourselves on a trajectory towards success in life. I hope that you reflect on the themes that I presented to you tonight, and I wish you all the best in your futures as you move forward in your lives. Thank you.
Thank you, Mrs. Chernoff, for that message to our graduating class. And speaking of graduating classes, I'm going to invite Mrs. Bergeron to come and speak to our alumni, last year's grade 12s.
Good evening, everyone. It's with great pleasure to introduce the students that achieved A honors throughout their grade 12 year from the grad class of 2021. Their school year was like no other. These grade 12s not only navigated their way through the octet system, but they also excelled in a school year that had the most COVID-19 restrictions. I think all the grads of 2021 demonstrated tremendous strength, courage, determination, tenacity, mental and emotional fortitude, and most of all, perseverance. But I am especially impressed by tonight's recipients because they demonstrated all of these wonderful qualities and were still able to achieve academic excellence in all 4 terms. As a result of their hard work, they have proven that they have learned one of life's important lessons: to persevere through difficult times. This lesson will serve them well for the rest of their lives. I want to celebrate their achievements tonight and wish them all a lifetime of success and happiness. I'm proud of you all. Congratulations.
thank you, Mrs. Bergeron, for that message to our alumni. And now, before we switch it over to Mr. Lawson, I'm going to introduce to you the Governor General Award winner from last year. In order to win this award, you have to have the top academic score in both your grade 11 and 12 year. This year's recipient of that award is Kaylee Holford.
Hi everyone. Wow, it's weird being back, especially after the last year and graduating in the midst of a pandemic. It's an honor and a privilege to receive this award, and I'm so grateful to all the people who helped me get here. My experience at Graham has shaped so much of the person I am, the student I am, pretty much everything I am. I think that Graham is a place where opportunities and connections can flourish if you so let them. I know that I wouldn't be here without the teachers who took the extra time to support me, to encourage me, to see to it that I had everything I needed to succeed. All the clubs, all the teams, everyone that you meet here really can help to impact who you become. I was asked today to talk about how to be academically successful, how to continue on this track, A honors, and that. And I think that a lot of that came from making success a priority, to always putting the work in, to showing up each day no matter what the circumstance was, whether it was suddenly online again, whether it was homeschooling, whether it was whatever that year happened to throw on us and whatever each new year happened to throw out. But as the year progressed and as university progresses, success being a priority has changed in meaning for me, and that's what I wanted to discuss here. Success isn't necessarily that A+ on a paper, that perfect grade, that 100%, and that's what I went through high school thinking that it was and determining my GPA and worth from. But I think that success really is that just showing up and doing everything you can to succeed, even when it's hard, even when things are stacked up against you, and just putting that all in. But there's a difference between putting in your all and putting in everything you have to the point of exhaustion, which I've also had to learn. And I think that it's important to strike that difference, to find balance, to do things you enjoy, to make time for yourself, because in the end, that's going to make everything you do better, because you're healthier, you're balanced. And that's really going to carry you through. It's the work ethic that's going to carry you through. It's the balance, it's the self-care. That's what's going to make you succeed through these years, through university, not necessarily that perfect grade. So I wish you all the best of luck. Congratulations on an amazing evening, and thank you for everything.
Thank you, Kaylee, for that wonderful message. I know your mom and dad are proud. Now, I'm going to introduce Mr. Lawson. He's going to come to the podium and close out the evening. But I want to thank you for being a part of our night, and also congratulations to all of the students who succeeded with straight A's or A honors through all 4 terms last year.
Thank you, Mr. Holford. And thank you. I'd like to start by thanking the awards committee for putting this important celebration together for our school community. Thank you, Ms. Hebner, for building the slideshow. Thank you, Mr. Foltz and the students who are live streaming this event. Thank you, Ms. Fisher, for creating the invitations and background support. And thank you to our speakers for your kind and supportive words, and Kwasai Little Cloud Roberts for your traditional welcome. A special thank you to Mr. Holford, who is the lead for our awards committee. I want to thank the entire staff at GW Graham. Thank you for pushing for excellence and raising the academic bar in our classrooms. Thank you to family members, parents and family members, for all the support you provide. As we know, we're celebrating tonight academic excellence, but we know the students are very involved in our school community and beyond. And for that, that takes a lot of support from family members, whether that's car rides, cheering them on in the sidelines, being in the theater. So thank you, family members. In closing, I want to turn by thanking the students. You're the reason why we're here. And to the thank you, I want to reference the book that we provided earlier as an award for our students. And this book, I must acknowledge our librarian, Miss McConnell. She's a wonderful person through the end of this school year. She gives me a number of books to take home over summertime and choose for this celebration. This last year, she gave me one book. And that speaks volumes about our librarian. She will get to know you, and she knows what you like to read. So to the students, if you know Ms. McConnell, stop by the library and thank her for all the support she provides. For those who do not know her, I encourage you, get to know her. She'll help you with your research and help you succeeding in school and beyond. So in the book that she selected for me, when I read the book, I take a point of really studying it, and I take notes, and I'll pause and I'll reflect. And in this book, the book is One Story, One Song by Richard Wagamese. And I have a lot of different passages I can read, but I'm going to select one message to the students. In this message, he's talking about a friend who's working from home and has a lot of work to do. And then his son is there with him that day, had to stay home. And it didn't totally work for him. He loved to play with his son, but he had work he had to do. So he thought he'd keep his son busy. And he grabbed a magazine, and in that magazine, there was a satellite picture of the Earth. And he ripped up that page in all different pieces, gave it to his son, and said, please, son, go into the other room and put this puzzle together for me, thinking that he's going to get a few hours to get his work done. But surprisingly, the son came back within 5 minutes or so. So, this is what the father said. He said, how did you do that so fast? He asked the boy. Simple, the boy said. There was a picture of a man on the other side. So I put the man together first, and the world came together just fine. And Richard Wagamese says, that simple parable from daily life has been a saving grace for me ever since. Put the man together first, and the world will come together just fine. Put the man together first, and the world will come together just fine. The enormity of the world's problems can feel overwhelming. Resolution can seem impossible, but when you join together wholeheartedly, when the energy we put forward is calm, positive, and centered, great change is possible. I've seen it work in my own life, and I've seen it work out in the world. So students, I challenge you for your homework assignment. I want you to save the world. And when you take on that task of saving the world, I want you to do it this way. I want you to start with yourselves, because in order to be at a place of helping others, you have to be at a healthy place. So eat well, exercise, sleep well, do whatever it takes so you're in a good place. And when you are there, then I want you to turn to your family members, to your friends, and take care of them. The next step, which already so many of you are doing, is to be able to help out in your community. And if you've not done so, the way to take that step is to not do it by yourself, but to move with others. So I encourage you, for example, at our school, we have the Key Club. We have 55 students involved this year. And if you haven't joined, stop by and join them. They'll take you in. And that whole club is all about giving back to our community and helping others. So again, students, your homework assignment is save the world. In closing, the students we're celebrating tonight, thank you so very much for representing G.W. Graham so very well, and I wish you all the best for an outstanding year. Thank you.